Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing well. Well guys, I'm heading out to pick up a pizza because I am having pizza and watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2, The Secret of the Ooze tonight because I am just that big of a nerd. But I have about a half hour or so before my pizza is ready. So we are right next to the Barnes & Noble. So I thought, you know what, let's swing in there. There's a couple titles I wouldn't mind picking up, and just thought I'd, kind of go in there and kind of look around. I don't know how much I'm actually going to film because they probably don't have much different than, what they've had the last couple times I was there. I'm sure they haven't restocked yet. But I thought I'd go in there. We'll just kind of look around a little bit and see what they got. Maybe I'll pick up a title or two. But at the end of this video, I thought it would be kind of fun to do a little recommendation video as well, because I have some Arrow titles in my collection that I think are worth your time and worth picking up during this 50% off sale. So I'm going to go to Barnes & Noble, go pick up my pizza, and then I'm going to head home, and we're going to do that little recommendation video. And yeah, so let's head to Barnes & Noble, let's see what they got, and then I'll see you guys back at the house. All right. Man, it looks like stuff's really been picked over. Last time I was here, they had the limited edition set. I would have got that, but I see that is now gone. All they have is this. I got Wild Things. I don't know if I really want that though. This is one that I really wanted to get for a while. That's a possibility. It's kind of funny. I did want to get this. I called up, put on reserve, and I was told that it was not there. They couldn't locate it, but it's sitting right there. This is another one too I'm kind of interested in, but let's see. Oh, this, they didn't have this here last time this came in. That could be kind of interesting. It's got that cool limited edition box set. Oh, they have the limited edition Deep Red, which is pretty cool. Same with this. The other Giallo is gone, but I see they still have the white box one. Their stuff has definitely been hit up. This is kind of cool too. This Gothic box set, along with Hugo on 4K. This is one I really want to get. Actually, this is just the Blu-ray. I'm sure they have the 4K somewhere though. This is kind of cool, but I'm gonna wait for the trilogy for that to come out. That'd be kind of cool. Anything over in the horror. 12 Monkeys, which I've shown off before. That could be kind of cool. Yeah, let's see. There's a lot of just the same stuff. Alright guys, well, we just got out of the Barnes & Noble. I really didn't film too much in there. It's pretty much the same stuff as always been in there. I was a little disappointed. I really wanted to get Hugo, and the last two times I was here, it was there on 4K, but I was like, oh, they got like 5 copies of it. It'll be fine. And then, of course, the one day I was going to actually go buy it, all they had was the Blu-ray. So, that's too bad, but, I mean, it is what it is. It's no big deal. And then they did have that Western box set, that Blood Money, and I had that in my hand, and I was going to get it. But then as I'm looking a little bit closer, I noticed, because they put that stupid little circle thing on with the thing around it, that little protecting thing to keep people from stealing it. It was on there so tight that all sides of the box that it was on there were all squished, were all like kind of crushed in because they had that thing on there so tight. It's like, well, I'm not going to buy it with a busted up box, so I'll just get it offline or something. It'll be fine. I'll get it off Amazon or something. But I did just get one title, and I got The Reanimator. I've not seen this movie in a very, 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 very long time. I don't really remember it at all. And I was kind of in the mood for kind of a horror type movie. So that was the one and only thing that I got from Barnes & Noble. So we're going to head back to the house. And, honestly, I should go out to the Mall of America, because I was looking at the Mall of America site, and they got tons of stuff in stock at the Mall of America. But not to mention a bunch of like horror titles that you never see in this Barnes & Noble. So maybe sometime next week we might have to go take a little trip out to the Mall of America and see what kind of stuff's out there. But yeah, for today, I just got The Reanimator. Just kept it one and done. We're gonna head back to the house, and I'm gonna just do a little recommendation video, and just give you guys some recommendations of some stuff I think is worth your time. So I'll see you guys back at the house. All right, guys. Well, we're back at the house. It is actually the next day, but I have just some recommendations of some Arrow titles that I want to suggest to you guys during this 50% off Arrow video sale that's going on at Barnes & Noble. And yeah, I just thought this would be a good way to end the video, just because I think some of these movies are really good and definitely worth picking up during the sale. The first three I'm actually going to do are actually Arrow Academy releases. They're not the straight Arrow video, they're the Arrow Academy, which is almost kind of like the Criterion version of Arrow a little bit. But those are also on sale during the sale. So the first three are all going to be Arrow Academy titles, and they're all going to be by the film director Robert Altman, who, if any of you have been following my channel for a long time, I've mentioned on more than one occasion that Robert Altman is one of my all-time favorite directors. I think he's extremely underrated, and his movies are well worth your time. Not all of them. Some of them are a little bit out there, but there's a good portion of them that are just top-notch. Really, really fantastic. So the first one that we're going to talk about is Gosford Park. This movie's fantastic. It's the remake. It's a remake of the movie Rules of the Game, which I believe is a French film. And I don't really want to give away any twists or anything that goes on this, but basically they're on a hunting weekend, and a murder happens, and there's an investigation. And we're just going to leave it at that. This movie is really, really good. It's definitely worth your time. Next one is Robert Altman's Images. This is about a woman who is dealing with mental health issues. She's paranoid. She's seeing hallucinations. She thinks she sees a doppelganger. And she's just kind of dealing with all these paranoia type things while on vacation, I believe, in Ireland. She also believes like her husband is cheating on her, and she's just filled in a world of paranormal and hallucinations. And this is probably the closest thing that Robert Altman ever came to making a horror film. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remembered it being kind of creepy, and some of the images being quite creepy too, if I remember correctly. And then the last one that we're talking about from Arrow Academy is Robert Altman's Kansas City. This movie is about gangsters during the Depression era in Kansas City. It is a fantastic film with a killer jazz soundtrack. I don't know if you can see down here, the bunch of jazz musicians right here. This movie's a little bit of a slow burn, but it is definitely worth your time. All right, so those are the three Robert Altman Arrow Academy videos, or movies I wanted to talk about. These next four are just going to be like single releases. And the first one up is really good for the upcoming Halloween season, is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. This movie's weird, quirky, funny, just a good time. It's not anything super great, but it is a really fun one to throw in around the Halloween season. So I definitely think this is a good one to pick up at 50% off. Next, we're going to do a film from Mario Bava. This is another, this is a giallo film. This is another good one you could throw in around the spooky season if you really wanted to. And that's Blood and Black Lace. Love that artwork. This movie was really good. I need to delve more into Mario Bava. I've only seen one or two titles, and I know that there's at least a couple more by Mario Bava in the Arrow collection, but I've only seen like one or two. This next one is Dead End Drive-In. I love that artwork on there. This movie surprised me. It's a very interesting film. I don't even want to go into it. Just look it up, read what it's about, and check it out. It's a bizarre film, but honestly, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good time. I thought it was really cool. And then last of just the single releases is Mallrats. Now, I'm not a huge Kevin Smith fan, but for some reason, I don't know, Mallrats always just resonated with me. I don't know if it's because it was filmed within 20 miles of my house, and I knew that mall, I grew up going to that mall, and yeah, I don't know. But there's something about this film I really do enjoy. This is the Blu-ray release. This did just get a 4K release, so you might as well just pick up the 4K release because it probably comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray. I haven't heard anything about how it looks, but Arrow usually always dominates on their 4Ks. So that one's definitely worth a pickup, in my opinion. The next two are box sets, and it's going to be the Giallo box sets. I only have two of them. This one I have not. This is the yellow one. I have not delved into this one yet, so I don't really know too much about the murders. But any of these box sets are always definitely worth getting during the sale. You know, getting 50% off. But yeah, I got to delve into this one. I haven't watched any of these movies yet, but those Giallo films are usually always really good. The other one is the Giallo Red Box, and these three films I have watched. I opened it up. You can check out the artwork. So you got some artwork right there. Very cool. Now on the back is just nothing. I enjoyed all three of these films quite a bit. They're all three fairly different type of Giallo films. So I would definitely recommend this one. I watched these last year, and I really quite enjoyed them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking up those two sets. Now, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the last 6 movies that I'm going to discuss, these are all the limited edition special editions. Most of these, the special editions, the ones I'm going to show you, are probably not still available, but the movies as a single release themselves are available and are available during the sale for 50% off. So these specific editions might not be available, but the movies definitely are. And the first one I'm going to show up is An American Werewolf in London. Look at that fantastic artwork. I have not watched this on 4K yet. I'm going to watch it this Halloween season. But I've seen the movie a couple of times. This movie is awesome. I absolutely love An American Werewolf in London. I'm sure it looks fantastic in 4K, and that one is definitely worth picking up. This movie I have watched and have watched the 4K transfer, and that is RoboCop. This movie is badass. It looks great in 4K. It's just an all-around good time. Great 80s movie. Got some artwork on the back. Show that there. Great artwork on the front. So definitely check out RoboCop if you've never seen it. It's a 80s good time. Next up, we're going to delve into some Dario Argento. This is probably the top 3 favorite Argento films for me, and that's The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. This movie is fantastic. It looks fantastic in 4K. I can show you the back here. There's probably some artwork on here. I should really just remove these J cards. I don't know why I don't. Oh, that's a little violent. We'll just show it really quick. But yeah, this movie is awesome. Pretty much anything Dario Argento, for the most part, is worth your time. And this one on 4K is no exception. Next up, this is one of my favorite releases by Arrow. This movie is outstanding. It looks outstanding. I can't recommend this one enough. And that is Tremors. Tremors is so cool and just such a fun movie. Very early Kevin Bacon movie. It looks fantastic and it's just hilarious. It's such a funny movie. Let me see. There's some artwork on the back here. Yeah, I really should just remove these J cards. I don't really even like them. They're just kind of a pain. There's not a whole lot of artwork on the back there, but that's right there. But yeah, Tremors is definitely worth your time. It's not really a horror movie, but it is kind of a monster movie, so it'd be a fun one to watch around Halloween. It's a good time, but it's lighthearted enough that it's nothing too crazy. This next one, this is probably my all-time favorite Arrow release. I mean, as far as 4Ks go, this is probably one of my top 5 favorite 4Ks in my entire collection, and that is Django on 4K. This looks phenomenal. I can't get over how good this movie looks. And it's not even the fact that it just looks good. The movie itself is just badass. I mean, from the first frame to the last frame, I enjoyed every second of this movie. This, out of this entire thing that out of all these recommendations, this, if you're going to only get one title during this sale, get Django, because it's just awesome and it looks so good. This one, get this one, get this one. It is so good and looks amazing. All right, guys, and we are down to the last one now. It's kind of weird because when you saw earlier in the video, I actually saw this edition at my Barnes & Noble. So this special edition of this movie is still available. So I'm assuming it'll probably maybe still be available at yours. And that's the special edition of Dario Argento's Deep Red. This movie is awesome. This is my second favorite Dario Argento film. My first being Suspiria. Suspiria will always be my favorite Argento film. But a lot of people, there's an argument between a lot of people. They go back and forth between Suspiria and this one. This one is definitely a number 2 for me, though. This movie is fantastic. It looks fantastic in 4K. The soundtrack is awesome. Got a little bit of artwork on the back right there. I can't recommend this movie enough, too. If you want a good Dario Argento film and you want to get something from this Aerosol, this and The Bird with the Crystal Plumage are two that are really, really worth your time. So, yeah, this one is a great, great pickup. And like I said, go out because that specific special edition was still at my store. So, you might get lucky. And some of these other ones, you might get lucky, too. You might find some of those special editions still that I thought were out of print, but you might get lucky. But the Deep Red one I saw for sure. So, but yeah, guys, that's all I got for you today. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know you guys like what I'm doing. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know in the comments below. Did you pick anything up from the Aero sale? Do you have any recommendations for me of stuff I should get during the Aero sale? What do you think of my recommendations? Is there any that I forgot to put on this list that I probably should have? Yeah. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. You're amazing as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.